Hi, it's Mark from Top Local. We're here with John Nieuwenburg of W5 Coaching in Vancouver. John's one of the premier business coaches in North America and in the world, actually. John, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks very much, especially after an introduction like that one.
So, well, it comes from the heart, brother. So, we're going to talk about why it takes 10 years to be an overnight success. How does that work?
Yeah, it does. It came up a couple of times for me this week with entrepreneurs, some of the clients that I work with, and it reminds me of the story that Steve Martin tells, that it took him 10 years to become an overnight success, after which he took 4 years to refine his craft, and then he enjoyed the ride for the next 4 years. And so, we only get to see the part where you make glory. And today I wanted to share with you a little, just kind of a graphic, I suppose, that helps explain what that phenomenon looks like. So let me just turn on my screen share and show you what that looks like. So you can see I've got a graph here. On one side we've got value, and the other one is the progression of time. And the red curve represents your effort, represents the effort you're producing every day to move the needle on whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, grow your business, grow your reputation, and so forth. And the black line is the results curve. And you can see there's quite a bit of lag between getting the result and in relation to the amount of effort that puts in. And what Steve Martin talked about is this point here after 10 years where he had enough notoriety, or where his reputation was so large that it started to take off on its own and he became a phenomenon. So amongst the things I wanted to point out in here is that we often feel discouraged because if you look at this effort curve and where I've got the needle, you can see that you're well above halfway or about halfway on this effort curve. And if I take you down to the result you're getting at that point, it looks like nothing. And so that's the paradox. You think that medium effort should get you medium results, but it doesn't. Only massive effort gets you massive results, and it takes a massive amount of time. If I give you another way to look at it, let me show you this thing called the transition curve. And so every business owner starts their endeavor or their project with this happy place of everything is good, and it comes from a place of uninformed optimism. And then you get to the top of the curve, and then you start to realize, man, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. And now you have this informed pessimism, and that continues down until you get to this place that I'm going to say joking. I don't mean joking, but a crisis of meaning, where am I ever going to make this happen, or can I really make some success out of this? And if you don't pull yourself out of it, you get the old crash and burn like the the Air Force jet pilots talk about, or you pull yourself out and you start back now to a place where you're feeling informed optimism, because now you've had the benefit of experience and you know that this optimism is trustworthy. So as a business owner, the only thing you can control is not whether or not you go to this place, or whether or not you follow this curve or get to this place over here. That happens to you, to every business owner, any endeavor that's worth taking on. The only thing you can control is how long it takes and how deep it goes. That's the only thing you can control. And the way you control that is how much effort you're willing to put in to get the result that you want. So the bottom line is this: if you want massive effort, massive results, you need to put in massive effort over a massive amount of time. And I hope that is in some way kind of discouraging, that it is kind of by way of explanation, encouraging you to fight the good fight and keep the nose to the grindstone. A couple of cliches there, but that it really is worth persevering, and it's only that perseverance that's going to get you the success. Another way of saying it is that entrepreneurship looks like it should be easy, but it's not. And the reason entrepreneurs get paid so well is that it's so difficult to do that the reward is way out of proportion to what appears to be the result that you're getting. if it was easy to do, everyone would do it, and hence there wouldn't be that disproportionate reward. That's what makes it so satisfying for those who do make this achievement. And when I say reward, sometimes, you know, I mean that in the sense of monetary reward, but for many of us, it's just as much about satisfaction from accomplishing something. It's a little like we were talking about Tesla, and Elon Musk redefining how cars go to the marketplace. And you and I were discussing what it was like to see a Tesla for the first time, and you open the front and you open the back and you look around and where's the engine? And that's what happens when you get a fresh sheet of paper and a fresh idea and take something from scratch and build it out to now it's, you know, one of the most desirable vehicles, luxury vehicles that's available. But I'm sure, just like with the SpaceX program, you know, he's had to overcome some massive hurdles in order to get there. So only massive effort gets you massive results. Keep up fighting the good fight. That's what I had in mind for today. Basically, as a result of some of the conversation I'm having with clients who are, you know, pondering their crisis of meaning as they think about, you know, is it worth it and can I pull it off?
So let me ask you a question. We haven't discussed this ahead of time. So a bit of a curve. Would you agree that knowledge could shorten that effort time curve?
Yeah, there's a couple of things that you can use. Knowledge, leverage. Leverage comes in the form of education. It comes in the form of mentorship. It comes in the form, of course, of coaching, the thing that I do. And it basically is saying standing on the shoulders of those that have gone before you. So you can learn all of these things through experience. Yes, you can, but experience is expensive and it takes time. If you want to accelerate that, you know, what are you going to do to increase your skills, increase your knowledge so that you can shorten the curve? I'm not saying that the curve is short. I'm just saying that you can accelerate the process. And that's where Jim Rohn is famous for, amongst a couple of things, but one of which is work harder on yourself than you do on your challenges, because that's the way that you're going to get there faster. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better.
Thank you, John.
A word of encouragement.
So if you're looking to get better yourself so that your business gets better, I couldn't recommend this guy more highly. He's amazing. He's my business coach. John Nieuwenburg, w5coaching.com, or give him an email, start a conversation, john@w5coaching.com. Thank you, John.
Oh, thank you, Mark. Thanks a lot.